CJ Thomas, and this is my egg-speariment.
Boo!
So, here's what I'm looking at here. You know, eggs, everybody wants to know, are they good for you? I'm here to tell you that yes, eggs are good for you if you get the right egg. So, it's come to my attention recently that I have a little bit of, shall we say, egg hubris, okay? I enjoy my eggs. I've got chickens in the backyard. We get natural organic eggs here. But recently went out to breakfast with some boot campers and I was less than impressed with, sorry, I'm going to name drop it, the Shack and their eggs. You know, I'm spoiled. I've got the best eggs there is and I think I'm going to prove it to you right now. So when you're looking for eggs at the store, I realize most people don't have access to chickens in your backyard, although after seeing some of this video, you may think about getting your own chickens or at least finding somebody who does have chickens and maybe getting a relationship with them. But look at the labels, okay? When you look at a Walmart egg label here, it says protein, it says medium white egg, it says really nothing about those eggs. It doesn't make any, you know, claims about them being cage-free or organic or farm fresh or any of that stuff, okay? But what do all those terms mean? So let's take them one at a time. One thing that you see a lot is free range eggs. So that sounds really good. It's supposed to be like, oh, you know, these chickens were out, you know, free ranging all the time, but no. Technically, according to the government guidelines, in order to put free range on your label, all you need to do is give the chickens access to a small patch of dirt at some point, okay? So it doesn't really mean they're outside all the time, it just means they've got dirt access somewhere a little bit maybe. So it doesn't really tell us hardly anything. Cage-free is another one that you see, cage-free. So, cage-free doesn't mean that, again, they're in good conditions. It means that instead of in a tiny little cage, they're basically all jammed together in one warehouse. And the way these chickens are raised in a warehouse, not in the sun, not getting the food, or the nutrients, or the exposure, or the exercise that they're supposed to be getting, this is not a good thing, okay? So cage-free, again, doesn't mean anything. All natural, this is totally meaningless, okay? Doesn't mean anything at all. I'm just gonna skip right on to the next one. If you see all natural, they're just snow blowing, okay? There's no guidelines for all natural. Vegetarian fed. This one is kind of interesting. You're thinking, okay, my chickens only ate veggies. Well, it doesn't necessarily mean that they ate all the veggies, and it doesn't mean that they were living in a natural atmosphere either, because chickens eat bugs, they eat grubs, they eat worms, they eat all these tiny little insects and stuff, okay? So vegetarian fed, not necessarily the way a chicken lives, okay? So again, not the label we're looking for. Now, omega-3 fortified. We're starting to get somewhere here. That just means that the chicken got flaxseed in its meal, okay? So it's got some extra omega-3s in it, kind of good, doesn't tell us a whole lot. The next one would be organic, and this is one that actually does mean something, okay? So it means no antibiotics, no hormones, and the chicken was probably given a natural diet that wasn't, you know, obviously it wasn't genetically modified and it doesn't have any pesticides in it and that kind of stuff. Good things, okay? So organic does tell us something, and pastured also tells us something. Being out on the pasture, being outside, getting those rays of sunlight, the vitamin D, the exposure, the digging in the dirt, all good stuff. So the two labels out of all those that mean anything, once again, organic and pastured. So the next thing we want to do is look at the eggs themselves, and just looking without cracking or anything, take a visual observation. So you've got, this is your 44-cent egg from Walmart right here, okay? And it's bleach white, it looks like. So I'm not going to say that there are no chickens that naturally lay bleach white eggs. I mean, I haven't seen them, but I'm sure they're probably out there. But this has like almost an opaqueness to it. You can kind of see light getting through there a little bit, and it's kind of a visual sign. Maybe this isn't a great egg. And the next one here, this is our $5 egg. This one has that nice brown look to it right there, and much healthier looking egg. Same thing with our homegrown chicken egg right there. Even still has a little poopy on it right there. So yeah, sometimes you may want to wash off the egg ahead of time, but when they're going through factory processing and this kind of stuff, this egg right here, I can tell you from research, this has been washed, pre-washed, because let's face it, we didn't have a great sanitary environment to start with. Those chickens are stomping all over each other and covered in feces to start with. But okay, so we washed it off, great. You took the film, there's a protective film on the outside, and they know that there's a protective film on the outside. They replace that with chemicals, and then now you've got this other film, okay? So it's a chemical film, and it does get inside the egg. You're thinking, oh, it stays on the outside. No, an eggshell is porous, just like your skin can absorb stuff from the outside, an eggshell can absorb stuff from the outside. So chemicals on the outside of an egg, bad news. That's something you won't see in organic, and you definitely won't see on my farm. Alright, so before we look at the eggs themselves, I want to do an observation of the actual shells. This again is our Walmart 44-cent shell, and I gotta tell you, this is gonna be hard for you to see visually, but this is wafer thin and it crumbles super easily, okay? So this is a very, not a nutrient dense shell. The shell is composed almost entirely of calcium, so the chicken that laid this egg was very nutrient deficient, you can tell because it's nice and crispy and not a lot of strength in that shell. The $4 Walmart egg does held up to a little more tensile strength right there. It seems to have more of a strong membrane on the inside of the shell as well. And as you move on to our homegrown egg shell, I wanted to say that ours was stronger, but it's pretty comparable to the organic one from the store. So again, shell quality matters. It's an indicative of healthy chickens. Alright, so let's look at the eggs themselves. As I look at my first 44-cent Walmart egg, this thing is kind of a nasty, yucky yellow. As I move on to the $4 egg, a little bit darker in the yolk. And again, when we're looking at yolks, we're looking at nutrient density. So the darker the yolk, typically the darker or the denser the nutrition value. But you come over to my egg over here, and this is where the rubber hits the road right here. This egg, it is sunshiny orange in the middle. This is so nutrient dense because I know how my chickens live and how they're treated and how they live well. They're good chickens and they produce good eggs. So good, in fact, that yes, I will eat it raw. That's right, everybody. Raw chicken egg, it's okay. You know how I can get away with that? Because it's a healthy egg. Would I do that with the Walmart egg? Hell to the no. There's no freaking way. Sick animals in sick conditions eating sick food produce sick eggs. Healthy animals in healthy conditions in my backyard produce healthy eggs. This is the difference. Are eggs good for you? Yes, if you get the right egg. Thank you for watching, guys. See you soon.